Today I'm joined by Dr. Belinda Aquino, Professor Emeritus of Political Science and Asian Studies at the University of Hawaii, Manoa. Originally from the Philippines, she attended the University of the Philippines and later received her PhD in political science from Cornell University. She's an internationally respected figure on Filipino affairs who is often interviewed by the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Voice of America, and in addition contributes a number of articles to local publications. 15th President of the Philippines, Republic of the Philippines, born of a politically storied family, faces unparalleled challenges. Can he really be a successful president? What's it take for him to be successful?
Well, people have elected him by a wide margin, almost landslide, and so he's off to a good start. Because that shows that people selected him as the best candidate among the presidentiables, so-called. So but he has a lot of problems, inherited and continuing ones, and I think he has to deliver on some of the promises that he announced during the campaign.
Essentially, he should start off by going for what you might call high-profile corrupt figures.
Cases, but there are so many dating back, especially from the Marcos period. If you recall, there were about close to 100 cases against Marcos and his cronies, as well as the Marcos estate. And the government has not been very successful in many of these cases. In fact, I think Imelda Marcos was acquitted once or twice on some of these cases. So there's a whole slew of cases still waiting to be resolved.
Doesn't that bring up some other kind of fundamental problems that the Philippines is confronting, a relative institutional weaknesses?
In a large measure, yes. Because the Philippine system of justice is perceived as basically weak. By that, we mean that it's not able to make decisions that people expect with regard to some of these big-time cases. For instance, I can't remember anybody who went to jail for the Marcos, dictatorship and the crimes that they committed.
If President Aquino, the current President Aquino, by the way, for the benefit of our viewers, no relationship to our guest today, he needs to be not a good president, but a great president. And it seems to me that one of the major issues facing the Philippines is land reform.
Yes.
Because it's really, the Philippines is not an industrialized society. I mean, there's some manufacturing, but fairly limited. Yeah. It's an agricultural country. Yeah. What would have been some of the problems with that?
Well, the land reform law is, of course, passed by the Philippine Congress. And most of the legislators are landlords themselves or owners of big tracts of land. And so whatever law or legislation that has come out over the years is always watered down somewhat. As far as I can recall, there was a land reform program under President Macapagal back in the 1960s. And, of course, Marcos tried his hand at land reform, but, it was a dictatorship, and it was not very successful. The current land reform, which goes under the name of CARP, is a comprehensive agrarian reform program, was passed under President Aquino's mother, Cory, who was president at the time. It got so watered down that in the end, it was probably not successful in the way that people expected. And large tracts of land are still not subdivided.